your stomach's secret healing superpower. What if I told you that every time your stomach takes a hit, from a spicy meal, a bit of stress, or just daily life, it doesn't just patch itself up. It rebuilds itself entirely. Deep inside your gut is a team of secret agents. Most of the time, they're disguised as ordinary factory workers, just churning out digestive juices. But when a crisis hits, they reveal their true identities. They're master builders with the power to regenerate your entire stomach lining. This isn't science fiction, it's a biological process, figured out relatively recently, happening inside you right now. These are your chief cells, and this is their secret healing superpower. Stick around, and we'll uncover how these remarkable cells pull off one of the most incredible feats of regeneration in the human body. Intro and hook. Section 1. The cauldron within. To really get this superpower, you have to appreciate the place it all goes down, your stomach. It's a relentless, brutal environment. Picture a battlefield of churning food, flooded with digestive acids and enzymes. The acid in your stomach is so powerful it poses a serious threat to the very tissues that create it. To survive, the stomach lining is coated in a protective layer of mucus. But even with this shield, the cells are under constant assault. This environment is so intense that your body came up with a radical solution. Just keep rebuilding. Your stomach lining is constantly being repaired and regenerated to keep everything intact and working. This is absolutely necessary to protect the gut from all the mechanical, chemical, and microbial abuse. Without this rapid renewal, which happens every few days, the stomach would be defenseless against ulcers and other major problems. For the longest time, scientists thought this was all handled by special stem cells, whose only job was to replace old cells. But, as it turns out, the story is way more fascinating. New research shows that adult organs can use a plasticity program to recruit new builders from cells that are already mature and specialized. This environment is so intense that your body came up with a radical solution. Just keep rebuilding. Your stomach lining is constantly being repaired and regenerated to keep everything intact and working. This is absolutely necessary to protect the gut from all the mechanical, chemical, and microbial abuse. Without this rapid renewal, which happens every few days, the stomach would be defenseless against ulcers and other major problems. For the longest time, scientists thought this was all handled by special stem cells, whose only job was to replace old cells. But, as it turns out, the story is way more fascinating. New research shows that adult organs can use a plasticity program to recruit new builders from cells that are already mature and specialized. Section 2. The unsung heroes. Chief cells. Let's zoom in on the tiny glands that cover the surface of your stomach. Down at the very bottom, we find our heroes, the zymogenic chief cells. For decades, they were seen as one-trick ponies. Think of them as hyper-specialized factory workers. Their whole life, it seemed, was about one thing: making and shipping out digestive enzymes, like pepsinogen, to break down proteins. They're long-lived cells, just doing their job day in and day out. For years, the scientific community was sure that these cells handled digestion, and a totally separate crew of stem cells handled all the repairs. But there was a puzzle. When the stomach was badly injured, so badly that even the dedicated stem cells were wiped out, it could still pull off a massive healing response. Where was this power coming from? The answer was hiding in plain sight. It was the factory workers themselves. It turns out that after a major injury, these mature chief cells are the main source for the new, repair-focused cells. They aren't just factory workers, they're a reserve army of builders, just waiting for the call. For years, the scientific community was sure that these cells handled digestion, and a totally separate crew of stem cells handled all the repairs. But there was a puzzle. When the stomach was badly injured, so badly that even the dedicated stem cells were wiped out, it could still pull off a massive healing response. Where was this power coming from? The answer was hiding in plain sight. It was the factory workers themselves. It turns out that after a major injury, these mature chief cells are the main source for the new, repair-focused cells. They aren't just factory workers. They're a reserve army of builders, just waiting for the call. Section 3. The call to action: injury strikes. The signal that kicks everything off is injury. And we're not just talking about a major catastrophe. It could be damage from common anti-inflammatory drugs like NSAIDs, chronic inflammation from stress, or an infection from bacteria like Helicobacter pylori, a top cause of stomach injuries worldwide. When that damage happens, especially when it's bad enough to take out the stomach's acid-producing cells, a state of emergency is declared. This is the inciting incident. The normal, stable environment is gone. The stomach lining is in trouble. And this is where the chief cell's secret identity comes into play. In response to the damage, these specialized cells get repurposed into regenerative cells. They're recruited to revert to a more basic, stem cell-like state, a process we now know is way more common than previously thought, even happening during routine maintenance. This amazing ability for a specialized cell to completely change its job is called cellular plasticity, and chief cells are absolute masters of it. Section 4. The metamorphosis, palaginosis, revealed. When the alarm sounds, the chief cells begin a mind-blowing transformation. They stop acting like enzyme factories and start a complete internal teardown. This programmed response has a name: palaginosis. The term comes from Greek, meaning backward born or born again. It's a highly conserved biological program that lets mature cells jump back into the cell cycle to regenerate damaged tissue, and it's been seen in different organs and across different species. Palaginosis is a methodical, three-stage process. First up, Stage 1, demolition and self-digestion. The chief cell has to dismantle its entire digestive enzyme factory. It uses a process called autophagy to break down and recycle its own parts. Imagine a factory intentionally tearing down its assembly lines and melting them for scrap to build something totally new. This clears out all the old machinery and preps the cell for a brand new job. That brings us to Stage 2, genetic reprogramming. With its old identity erased, the cell fires up a new set of genes, including embryonic and wound-healing ones. The cell morphs into what's known as a spasmolytic polypeptide-expressing metaplasia, SPM cell. Think of this as a transitional form, a repair specialist. Instead of digestive enzymes, it now churns out protective substances and proteins that help with wound healing. It has fundamentally changed its job from digester to healer. Finally, Stage 3, proliferation. Now reprogrammed, these repair cells start to divide, creating an army of new cells. These new cells can then specialize and rebuild all the different parts of a functional stomach gland, replacing everything that was lost. The factory worker has become the master builder, leading a crew to construct a brand new, healthy stomach lining from the ground up. It's an incredible process, and it's happening inside your body without you even noticing. If you think this hidden world inside us is as cool as I do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the science of you. It really helps us make more content like this. Now let's get into the secret switch that makes it all possible. Section 5, the molecular switch and the immune foreman. So, how does a chief cell actually decide to start this radical transformation? Recent research has zeroed in on a critical molecular switch. In a healthy chief cell, a protein called YAP1, which can kickstart regeneration, is kept locked down by an enzyme called STK38. Think of STK38 as a brake that's constantly clamped on the YAP1 accelerator, preventing it from launching the cell into repair mode. But remember Stage 1 of palaginosis, where the cell self-digests its factory parts? During that demolition, the STK38 brake gets destroyed. When STK38 is removed via autophagy, the brake is released. YAP1 is now free to move into the cell's nucleus and flip on the genes that drive the transformation into a repair cell and trigger division. Researchers have found that this STK38 YAP1 switch isn't just for the stomach. It seems to be a general mechanism for regeneration in other organs, like the pancreas, which suggests it's a universal tool for tissue repair. But the cells don't work alone. This whole operation is a coordinated effort. Researchers have found that a specific type of immune cell, a group 2 innate lymphoid cell, ILC2 acts like a foreman on the construction site. When serious injury occurs, these ILC2s are activated by signals from the damaged tissue. They then step in to orchestrate the repair, promoting the chief cell reprogramming and coordinating other immune cells to manage the process. In studies where ILC2s were absent, the stomach's ability to repair itself was seriously weakened, showing just how central they are to coordinating this response. Section 6. Why it matters: your body's daily miracle. This isn't just a response to a once-in-a-lifetime disaster. This incredible plasticity happens on a smaller scale all the time. A small number of chief cells act as reserve stem cells even in a healthy stomach, contributing to the routine upkeep of your stomach lining. The constant rapid regeneration of your stomach is a reflection of these mechanisms always at work, replacing cells and patching up minor damage before it turns into a major problem. Understanding this secret superpower has huge implications. For one, it gives us a whole new appreciation for our body's resilience. But it also opens up exciting new doors for medicine. Chronic injury can mess with this finely tuned process, sometimes causing the repairs to go haywire, which can increase the risk of cancer. By understanding the switches that control polygenosis, like the STK38/YAP1 switch and the role of ILC2s, scientists might one day create therapies to boost our natural healing. Imagine being able to supercharge this process to heal ulcers faster, repair damage from diseases like Crohn's, or help the stomach bounce back more quickly from harsh treatments like chemotherapy. So, the next time you feel a little rumble in your stomach, remember what's really going on in there. It's not just a bag of acid. It's a dynamic, self-healing ecosystem. At its heart are the humble chief cells, living a double life as both diligent factory workers and master builders. They hold the blueprints for their own reconstruction, able to tear themselves down to the studs to rebuild the organ from scratch. It's a powerful reminder that our bodies are filled with hidden superpowers, constantly working to protect and renew us in ways we're only just beginning to understand. What other hidden abilities of the human body blow your mind? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.